It's called.
Biagamal. Welcome to Gangdorkiir Mobile Force News TV Live. And welcome to Gangdorkiir Mobile Force News TV Live. And Biagamal. And Biagamal. Not actually, you go to the Alagan, yeah, something wrong. Biagamal. Gangdorkiir. Babetem.
Tonight, in your spacious La Quinta suite, your eyes could use a break. After a long day of seeing, things. But hey, tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine.
I vape, but I don't like me to vape, you know? I only do it when my friends do it. Or on the weekends. I don't know. I don't really like to think about it.
Gangdorkiir. The slogan. Anh bạn chuông nó cái nhám bao ngày cái thùng nó bao ngày thùng cái vải này cái quam đồng tiết con là bạn đi cái nhám mình nên bạn cái quam bạn đi cái nhám mình nên bạn đi cái bạn Gangdorkiir có vayam cái chuyện chú Gangdorkiir một vayam bây giờ là different được vayam cái Gangdorkiir mà bảo lại video mà tốt bây giờ lát lót bè ra thì mấy anh ali nó Gangdorkiir cái bè ra thì nên mới cho nó political organization mấy cha form wayam có cái bây giờ jalke ba chiang gang ba ga gang cái có chiang ai cái Junub Sudan kuma Junub Sudan tribalism kuma thằng fakir này đi nó là Nuer. It's not fair. Share the video. The government in Junub Sudan become a tribal government, targeting Nuer people in Upper region. And this is why the militia and armed organize themselves. They create the political organization called Gangdorkiir. Gangdorkiir is a part of YM to protect their family against trained government, especially Thalpakir government. They targeted Nuer people in Upper and Jonglei and Bantu region. Mabalaria Kenya, Mabothinium, Owen America, Gangdorkiir. Mikini Gangdorkiir, Militia, Lingy, at Gentile Barrett, Gangdorkiir, a part of Waya. Palaton, whoever already talk a while. Point a Gangdorkiir, point a part of Waya. Kakura 2005 Nasir, we are due. After that, Mechukumu, Nundok Nasir. Jen never do look no never got. Ko no target, ko kuma tel kin ngadi, ko no target, ko no na. Ci dolu organize o ko na ci kon mi chieni, ban mi chwal Gangdorkiir, ma ba Gangdorkiir ba mane kuret. Chwa mi chwal Gangdorkiir ba le. Ko ne ti char le volunteerly. Ne di chanke la ga to man ke. Biro organize big jal, big kuma big and o jen kuma. And who will be called civilian court targeted then by neck, can it move can gura, Baganek, Bagagangi come. A gentian coro mental half special can answer can Ulang, especially Ulang can answer. And Dorgard my joke, a Dorgard one, or Kuma Jella Chap. Mention Jella Chap, a child will never get come here, a mutual Gangdorkiir. Gangdorkiir was a political organization. Kajan point a Militia, Kuala Lel ko point a Kuma Tulpakin Madi, and who a Kumukunur target. Chidoro to volunteer go can become Michel Gangdorkiir Bikanele. Mo Konwa explanation, Kalade, Name point again Gangdorkiir Name, Machianan Guame, Machianan Guam Gangdorkiir, Mabal Force, Ren Enforcement. Ko ba la dia tong har ga lode menen blue me machine ko ma ke chine ko blue me o jen Gangdorkiir changa ka so ba area jen to blue me symbol blue me so which wo ka ma de ka which wo ka symbol ma de mo riem mo kula ku kan na la protect je which wo ka ma bor mo peace symbol boromo which wo ma char mo jen identity den jen belen ko kaneri char ani ta wo lo dun ayo mi wo chor point jen slogan no no Gangdorkiir jen slogan den no mo no Gangdorkiir mi wo bele me point ken Gangdorkiir point anyang yoani ken bar mani chamatin changa yede ni anyang yoani so jen variant point chelet ya ka ne anyang duan ko jel gare jol che de ni anyang duan jen pula da ka ne to do environment jangutin point is log and then mi chi chor manen no go ye nen tin be lur na Gangdorkiir e chor mi chi pen mi chamna a powerful ka Gangdorkiir ko ken Gangdorkiir chi che waya ma nu chi li ken ka man ken ka ken ka Gangdorkiir pan ken ka ga ken ban ken man ken thế còn một chiều một đi đi, khá là nên, chiều ngồi bây giờ gang cái gì này chua rồi mẹ phone luôn nó Gangdorkiir, slogan điên, Gangdorkiir, chua đi chăm nào, cái Gangdorkiir, qua bây giờ tin bây giờ cái phần nào, cái unit rega dục, cái rồi ada cái rega đoan gan mà dục, gan đoan, dân bây giờ tin. Qua kuret kene tulun volunteerly o ken point ken anytime tell the bed mi chungutin pa kwa be ma yotin mi yo kum le ngwe te kwa we gortin che koral le ne no pur be kum na wa gor jokie be ken do ma je ken na ko kwa la ga ni cha ken ga Militia dangaro ko kum tel ko ken ma di lo no mi yen ga lo go mi shen me de yen mi swale lo Nuer Gangdor mi chwan lo Nuer Gangdor dinei de yen kuret bom nino ko bo ru je dakam ku mi chabe jala cha ku na na ajani cha ne no pan ga ta ma cha ro na cha chol cha ju bya na be cha ko na ken bo kan ga pan ga baro mo kam Gangdor pan ga ko ku mo point na ga cha So then she and then just what no more. Look up an explanation in English. This is the flag for Gangdorkiir, Mobile Force Land Enforcement. It's the militia arm. And this Gangdorkiir, you will never gonna find it nowhere in South Sudan, only up and out, in Nasir and Ulang. These are only two locations that you will find them. It's a militia arm. They create this militia arm during the time when they fight with the government of South Sudan. Because the government of South Sudan targeted Nuer people. It's a tribal government. And this is the Y arm. And then they organize a militia arm called Gangdorkiir. Which means Gangdorkiir, they will protect the territory of Gangdorkiir where they live. In Eastern Nuer, this is the location where you can find Gangdorkiir. That's the meaning of Gangdorkiir. Means they will protect their territory in Gangdorkiir area, Eastern Nuer. Because they are children of Kakir. That's the meaning of Gangdorkiir. They will protect, defend their territory from Kakir, the father. Their father is called Kakir. That's the meaning of that. In fact, you can never find militia arm anywhere in Bantu, Pangang, and Low Nuer. The top militia arm called Gangdorkiir, you will find it in Nasir and Ulang. And the idea come after the war we are due done, when the government come back and capture Nasir. And the government of Sudan targeted Nuer civilian. And this is why some voluntarily from YAM, they organize themselves. And then they create called Gangdorkiir. That's the meaning of that. When you come to all the color here, the blue is the place where they live. The Gangdorkiir are located from the Afanal, from Nasir and Ulang called Sobat area. That's the blue called the Sobat area. That's their location where they live, blue, the Sobat area. When you come to red is the blood, which means that they stand to protect their family against training government, the special tribal government, against their family. When you come to the white, which means peace, if the government of Denka don't want peace in South Sudan, they will agree. They will compromise. They will accept compromise. The black symbol is their identity, which means that their slogan is what is Engel. Engel is their slogan, which means Gangdorkiir, Mobile Force, and their slogan is Engel. It is a political organization, identification, and symbolism. And that's the area right here. I think it is clear for you right now. The meaning of Gangdorkiir, it came after the war of Nasir. When the government come back and capture Nasir, they try to humiliate the civilian people. This is why they organize themselves and they work voluntarily 24/7 to protect their family and territory against tribal government from Central King Mayadi. And that's the reason why some group from Militia, from YAM, organize themselves. Because they don't want tribal government from Central King Mayadi will gonna harm their family. And they don't want to lose their territory. They will defend their territory against training government. As you know, today in South Sudan, there is no peace at all. As you know that, the implementation peace between Riyamacha and Salva Kiir Mayardit was ruined, was not work, was not implemented. The peace was not implemented between Riyamacha and Salva Kiir Mayardit. Riyamacha now end up in jail. And the political party called I Order, some of them, they are inside Juba. And now they don't have a leader outside. So we mean that the government right now, the political party I Order, they don't have power in it. So we mean that they disarray because the leader is in jail. So when I come to your attention, Gangdorkiir, they were not going to allow a tribal government to kill their family like what was happening in Pangab and somewhere in Nuer. They defend their territory. They are powerful, very strong militia arm. They are located in Sobat area, Apana region. The headquarters is Nasir and Ulang. This is why you will get the Gangdorkiir militia arm done. They are very tough. They don't forgive. There is no joke on that area. The eastern Nuer called Gangdorkiir territory. This is when Gangdorkiir went to protect the territory from their father, Gangdorkiir. That's the meaning of that. This is why I just kept to explain it in English, because I don't want somebody will confuse. You need to understand this. The militia arm in Afanal, the headquarters is located from Nasir and Ulang. Simply like that. Those groups they created because the tribal government from Gangdorkiir Mayadi, you know Gangdorkiir Mayadi is from Denka. And Denka, they want to rule South Sudan for many years. And they don't want to allow anyone from different tribes to come in power. And this is why they target Nuer people, because they are minority and they are second majority to Denka. Sorry for that. So in this case, the government in Sudan has been ruled by elders of Denka. They don't want to allow anybody to have freedom of speech. So today, in Apana region, the militia arm called Gangdorkiir, they were not going to accept such a peace. They were not going to implement any kind of peace unless the government will agree with them to give them their political decision. What they need their state to come out. They want Apanal to be divided into two. Let those state, they need their state to be out, and this is why the war will end up. This is only the first negotiation that they will accept when the government tries to agree with them. Okay, you got me right now? So Gangdorkiir, there will be no forgiveness in Afanal. They will operate anywhere, any location in Afanal region, 24/7. And there will be, nobody will be informed if we are going somewhere to attack. Anytime, they can operate anywhere. So with intention is high in Afanal region, because the people of Afanal has been neglected, has been humiliated by the government of Gangdorkiir Mayadi because it's from Denka. And today the constitution of Junub Sudan has been controlled by Denka. And they think the government of Junub Sudan belongs to Denka. All the resources belong to Denka. And they don't want to allow anyone to get the opportunity to have a power or freedom of speech, liberty and justice. There is no justice there, no liberty. So at this point, Gangdorkiir, they will work 24/7 and they will gun down any tribal government who will try to attack their civilians somewhere at the corner, at any corner. They will deal with them. That's the reason why the militia arm in the Sobat area from Lajor state are organized such a group like that. I think everything is clear right now in English, so I don't want to go further. Everything is clear, and this message is very clear. Good English, everybody can be understand. Good accent too. I make it openly, and people can clear it, can hear it very clearly. Okay? Thank you. Oh, Malari, yeah. But when you told me, I can't Gangdorkiir no more. Sure, more than slogan then. Can Gangdorkiir, can God Kun Sharonai, go Kuma, Sudan, Kuma, Fakir, please hear it. Let me never get it because I will put on YouTube too. And Kumran to South Sudan, and one quarter again never. Choromo be after Nature Kum Lujoganasa, a Koru Yaradu. She got chilling, got chilling. She will no more you can form. Go by Chiangamakan. Go and for opinion now, million Dabian and Doromo. Come politic. This is what I've been learning in school. What I'm doing right now, as you see me on the live TV, what I'm doing, my job is all about political mobilization, influence, and orientation. What I do here is all about political mobilization, orientation, and influence. This is only my job that I do here. It's not a bad job, it's a good job. I do it voluntarily. Nobody pay me. What I do, I support. Coordinate content, board, what support nothing. Taramuko Fay, Lelaka Bang, go and got Chim, got Wick, Kafana, Kasova area, Pelador State. And got Majo Gadwine. Marono but the ball at Bantara may be paid. Men go looking in Chia Maradia, go con, go cono banner, Tedam Mat, near con, all corner five and cold Bali, Tega, walk, cannot walk the Katar war can give a duck, Kakan war now, Wood. I can my corner, oh, my term, go to war. So men go along in their contact. Then Facebook be Jagamasi, become a leader. Modi Wuno, Matori Wuno. Can go give on Coca war. And quite a model who meet the team. When you war can along, Canada corner our bar go to Wallakan. Coachia Mayo go out, don't leisure duck. Roll don't leisure duck. Matera Makai Guanela, O media, one more, Canada go no bureau for yoga. Roll don't leisure duck. Don't always a duck, can I and the media. Rudy and Canty to cope, what out the fun and Queen of Tianamo. Rudy and Canty, Chibere Shiller. Doran checked up. Con worry, con guard, guard, the Kenta, con Rocaken. Cojan water curtain. Shall come down Yagaboy. Shall go Buddha go to the door one. Oh, again, Pancon, Ban, Rodan, Mat, you did in your world pay, come now. Ladamela about it in the UK. Bear Kelgorada 200, Coleman and you to tell other Emperor Taramia contribute. Can a man again point them up on a level again? Again, mobilization a lot again. Kajan Kula moral, Gangdorkiir, Michigan and enemy and the mail again. Quakana, I now, Tim. Chang Adam, Tago boy, Katajal, Katamon, again and chip what I'm drawing. Chitana Chutin, Runen one thing you were your Pingayo, Kaio, Chiang, I tell me, I will tell Kumatin. I owe a queen. Let am I owe Dorian. But maybe I might, Yengar, God my joke. Bruno got changing, got chilling, organization Macamia boom, Manaman Conquer, Banagar Con, Tintel Radar, go Banatana Moya. Bigger tell boy, you can pick it a war again. Got audience. Quite a much a big deal because of the no team. Buruja, big of my boy. No more Jenny in Limajamo. Very important. Wait, La Lenati. A one term be stay doing better. By accept. By do link. Go Changan Chiena joke. Go now, go in Poli, and Chicken and Largo and Court. Go young and Jenan after is the basic. For local organization, while Rabble Gurudia formed in the Ramacha, while go by Gigabar destroyed. I then go Hukuma, Nasir faction formed in 2013 Tidia. So this is the main city, the basic for local organization. Key for local orientation, where we can recruit people. Chemia lat would be swallowing at a remacha. No on term, we get an area, Calador state, don't area borrow, nice Indian one answer a guru, Badagajam. A lemon, wooden. Yemi Indian Mare, Kenya Mare. So Bobin, Jamba, Nay, Bobin, Caparusin. Where you come? Not a kaja there, but I'm a $20 your thing. But I don't know cook water, can you choose along? Video a can jugger. Chang play, Chang play, woman, go out and meet your night. Lego Bogrenga. Kakala powerful terrible. Joe more Joe Larry. O Vigilam piping, the man can better Gangdorkiir. The man get the lineage shall go to Gangdorkiir, mobile force reinforcement. Muluno Gangdorkiir, Chedung, Guy Jogorode, and Dunga Kidia. And Taga Jatin, the Tiumtin, Kogan God Kir. Kir point again full of the Jogo, Kajan to Tium. Kananen, Kajan to Kun Kir. Kakan Garde. Mijiramanova, political organization, man, affiliation, man, you can join it. So Dungan can buy Shiam Gamajan. Mijin, Terracore Gaja, Timmy, Tiam, Madame Alone, one of the other, Barnamo, you have an idea. Shemaki and Bokagandorkiir, Court Turpum Meda. And she are Gangdorkiir, Dungan, Kongakir, Mulun Logo, Konolo, Nuer. Chemi, therefore, over over the Tana. So then dog laddie in American better Gangdorkiir, Muk Payabin, a woman, yellow mom. Again, so bad area, quite Chemerton. Symbol yellow mom. Again, barricaded him, Malwalamo, Jeriam, Maluno, Gankan, Card came, Kamada, and up. Maboromo, then feast, go with a mal. Metal of cold water a mal, then tell Maboromo. Macharmo, then Belen. And who opponent swore more, general slog on them, Menukula, Munoke, in a Momichian, a gem Gangdorkiir. And who before Ling. Before Ling. Before Ling. Took dog change here. When I naga Jan, the myth of a toga joke, a beyeke. I just took dog change the other no. A before Ling. A before Ling. Took joke change here, when I naga Jan, a myth of a toga joke, a beyeke. That's the moral right there, Gangdorkiir. I just took dog change the other man, before Ling, gentlemen, Mukuji. Monsieur calling them before Ling, took dog change here. Go kill and cherry change the Belgian, would change the other wood. Kabaja Naga Jan with the toga joke, a beyege, Variam. Go yen, Michia, might go yen, target, ya youth which qualified. Conformity. This is a first freedom of speech demonstration to influence the other people to join the arm. I don't know a lot no more. Come video my chamber right tongue to go to one more than I read to Nian. Nian tell me well, continue, let it one again, they got weed at them. They kind of town in it. But I will go in a boom, I'll call it earning. And who material like a jet, Bala the Tongue, chamber like the talk of wine. Chong la da wobi. Again, why a lot of no more. A won't go to look here, my but been up and resin. But you come carry up them to a little mood, the care, moo. Come we go there, be a child. We go to you, Ducky, Jugger. Be connect a doll. Be you, Jugger. Again, a tummy and no more. Concha, I'm not for you long. But me, I'm pay you $20, move, dear Jugger, kayak, $30. Dear Jugger, go back on late. I just am a little care, doll, Conja. God change the God chill them. A Jim got chill them, Jim got change the no me dum. God chill them, God change the aromat care. Till that care. So no more, and shall clear mass no more. Again no more, again I did no more, maybe a juggle people Gangdorkiir, be you follow. Term of the orange Tada wood jammer. Oh, con. Ago mejo ya kane ya kor ka bichom na mi che chu te tel go la was ceasefire again tactical withdrawal ma la le chere ji ku mi ko na dak ka re ma char go we need peace re ma chara ngai re ma chara ya ja peace cho e ba wala ka ku de go forti ku mi ko na dak la re ma chara cho ja yo cho le ite peace go so re ma char ba ko we go peace ku mo ra la ba ko no to era a jan ta ti la yo go ku ko chine ngwan che wo mi jo ge pa ko ru ni cho ko le da re cha ko che ko tum tai te ra ma de yen ngaji de tai la de ma la de no 2013 mane wa me kan cho ko ma ge tin ta ti ni sha ba ge na mi che ye de ke ya tel kwen ko do pa ben ko ta ga wo a je na kwa kai ngu jo gan ma le na lu gui do bo wa ke ta bo tel mu gu ge chu ke bo chi ga da ko cha chi ge ga da ba ne they will never part again. So they then are organized, they will go you, they will cook water, they will yin along, they will meet, they will bomb, they will mouth the trade, you know. Their mind they live in Kota Trump. Concord by hotel, you got man can lose in. Cheer Kori easy. Kori out there by lake, dollar corner, direct up, 2 a year, 2 no chamber. No qua, that's what came with the bell. Trying out of Bograna, Katababa Maka. So jen ne yen ga che yo yota ka far dol che nyele me di yen suppose the chigral we re ganyo so yen e dial titi cha ga le tu lol ta lol tu taram da no ngela be be me o ga ni chim jira mi chai dap chem the work volunteer le the work led ba che kan ga le ga volunteer all those militia from Gangdorkiir the work 24/7 volunteer le without pay. Hey, they never expect what kind of food they will eat tomorrow. Chicken and make me buy cham can room buy cham chicken and make. Let go volunteerly. Kishiang go by chianga. Kiru and chigalu. Obey you and were okay. Mongolian politics go kum jangan me on target quite you tactic into the Kaladol state. So be are when me challenge low Nuer. Gangdor bi nei ya kuret ne bi a bi le 24 hours nyen no kum ko kana gangi kon ta me joy point re lo Nuer jam kum ne chap chap ta ne ji ge ge kana mo be yen ga lo ko ku li nyen ni yen ga ro du ne jana be da ga lo ma je khui da ka ne da ka no no ko kon ta ko ra te ke jene ke kum ne jo na ba le ne ni o to ma de na ya na ka ma kan ko ja ra ma le ka ma kan ke. So what you should know right now, Lada, volunteer of the sheep, volunteer Lada ba. So I'll row and sheep, go Bokula more muddy. And sheep of Wayam, can sheep of Gangdorkiir, Coco Dolo mobilization. Go Jaramukula Raj again, Kutulga Quen. Go weekend over Pangala support. Kabo Konya now. So Jen Jiramagaje. Aram kel melet ke waya meda meta ko kono wuri wala beti am ngeyena ko mai folu ko ngaden organization ne meda ne sum edunga de dia kono wuri wala beti beti ramla tie kel ga de dia ba chen chur bula fulu ko jem gor ku mu je long gor je long ko ngai ke je di ram secure le blue of meda so je wa ba la die o kon pain kon men tuo dang tuo tham rai na ko ro ban sha ra ko me na de gan ta ko mo mo tuo mu wa wo ko ri tuo fan ko ulang ye ne la wo media do bia na jo cha wi khop ya wo khop nyok yen bung jong le nyen kan de la de jong le so mu we ben ka fa na wa na me chi ne kan ko ulang ta ra mi che de ko ya te tin a ko mo to ka che le mo ro con này là nè canh một cái này là con cần cái quay ông ta chia lớn tới đây Ulang cha cái cho là canh một bao nó đuổi chứ cứ chia này là vô cả mấy cha ngay cái căn bên này cha ngay cái bên anh sẽ đưa con chụp đưa đuổi lại canh một cái yếu nó mày cha nào có bao nhiêu tiền bắt thế làm mấy chuyện lưu gì tiền này đi apa này đi chơi nó Ulang cái giáo à cha cái nó đuổi cái chuyện mà kia con cha nó Ulang thế là cũng mấy nhiều nè kumu ben nge jok kumu bo chetere Ulang ne ta bayre Ulang wa ya nga chelen akan Ulang ta ramadag ko ta go ba dol wal jek na chu mani yuan ba jang de ba dol gor ba wajja so ne ri nyen ka chi le marode ba kan ni nyen ka ne kai mut kan jo le lo ga man kai mut ki atal til chi ga atal ayo so chi ne to ka no ba so no mo ko kwajamen law aram kan ga chi ne le bi ka chi le ngai lo da kwa go fo tin so pan me lu gi ye awo kai mut go de chu ko le nước chừng con gái chưa có tỏ ra chi yun chụp được cái em gái chia lần kia ngô lô tên mình theo để nhắm vào rồi cam đúng rồi this is my advice yesterday cho nó nói tên mình lúa cây ngụt thế là mình lúa cây ngụt lá này giờ gạo lóng rồi phải bên chi cái là lòng cái to rồi phải bên khô rồi cái là lòng na rồi co rồi là cái chuyện đó mà đã na rồi cái na rồi là rồi nó cái này bà còn là con trong là bà khô luôn rồi chứ cha rồi mỗi cái phớt dọc cái phớt ngoan phớt gì but thơm mới giỏi mới nào luộc thơm thế này là được nó mua cho nó bài có nhiều phần và đồ con hồi đêm con ngoan này liền cô ta nào nhu được chân lên nó gar một lúc ấy ta lại cho nó khác cô cứ mình lên rồi cố đi ăn chơi chỉ bảo cái tin chỉ yêu rồi tin chỉ lại cái nào tin phí mình thua qua thế này là 24/7 chỉ một cái gì đâu anh cha này cô là bà nhỏ đâu qua qua là nào cô mua cái những phong cô là cầm nha kamu loro mo siang kan titi de upal bo titi de al dijang da ulat mobilization de upal orientation ame de upal ke influence ko na influence o gang ni sim de upal o charo lo da ro bo la ajana la nyo jiran point ko ka society bro nyo o bi sim rok bele la dung be kap ka ta ke widu ajala ndok sim no mo sala riya ku me jame chen wor ko the government of Sudan, as they rule by them, they don't want Nuer people. They want to dominate the government and to rule the government within 300 years. And they don't want nobody to come to be a president in Junub Sudan. A Salva Kiir Mayardit will leave the presidential and then another one from Benka will replace. That is, see, this is what they have been doing right now. They have been working on that, and nobody knows. Nobody don't know what is going on under the ground. I didn't let out no more. I get a babu here and tell me. Again, Gangdorkiir for mission and be a Gangdorkiir. Mission on and can bear to talk and was she and thing you follow. Could be a cheer, could be a lot of Pelukun, Giramdo by Chiang. Ya la pin Nuer ande kan che Nuer wa re dubun dan do ram ku wayam support je no mo wayam bege ko wayam point ke ne jaga ga tuno no wa ga do nyur ke la ga mi ko ku to be dan do ki ku le dan do ki che ro pom che ge de ni ta ro mo ge be ni mi ta ga tin an tam yo do so mi ko ku dit ko mi be na ngare do wayam ba ku ro I just different there no more. Okay? The difference between Wayam and Gangdorkiir is different a bit. So, what the difference is all about Wayam, they live with their family. So, they don't go nowhere. And Gangdorkiir, they are like militia group. So they live in their base as a military to protect the territory. This is the difference. I can't again no more. Jen don't allow the year. Mother dear, the video of play, yelling. Go tell me young guy joke, go to your by a quahoot for yet, the video be a link tongue. Video will be a link, yard affair. Come Kokora 2013, maybe another Makuk. Major Woody Alter, the Rama Chart, and Woody Altaban and Guy, Kalorga, Kobana, Cup, Kolu, the Cote. A way of jealousy, Coke and Lel can a Make you Wayam, can't make you make you go Malakar Cup. I can walk up a look while you walk. Even out of Korea, away, we're going to be a people let go. Ken me ke no ya chol yo pi kan wo ko ra pal ga bu ku mo ko ra ya ko ro ko lo lo jan cham kan ale so me dan yen ga do yan cha go ru yen kan ale ta ye pe mo ra ma sha ai cham ko ai muslimi ye ko ai shem je ga so anything mi ya ne ra ma cha ya pi chol away mo gor kan wo kan bi ga pi ku lo no ajan ku yen nen tam kwa lo gor ba ga lo le meter ko ro dol ke ba wo ko kan wo pi du ben ka lo le bo tara ka ai wo ko da na no riek ko bi ko le ke kir ke IO is not a political party that will win anything and that will change anything. They work together with the SPLM in Juba. So their political is all the same. Their activities is all the same. These are two political parties right now that has been ruled the country. So at any time, so whatever there is peace, only two political parties, SPLAIG, SPLAIO, these only two parties that will join the implementation of peace. And they were not going to allow nobody, as you know that. Every year, when there is peace, only SPLAIO and SPLAIG. They have been cheating people. They have been cheating others, different political parties in South Sudan. So which means that SPLAIG, SPLAIO are the same. They work together in the same regime in Juba. So there is no difference between SPLAIO and IG. Ajen chiane SPLAIO kan SPLAIG jen kel. Dema chantal fakir le kel. Ni tal fakir kel pel ti dema cha pel bo. Kela ma bia ngai. Ba yo mo le video kwa man ba ma de le kwa man. Ba ko lo ba right ni yo. Ba analysis ko lo bankan.
Purisha naga noa gen kiri jike yakel cha nyoka mugo ke je ayu ko ayu ndama lene na do be na ndu we ke wisa beda ke aji e chan ke dara ma cha naga noa lewo mu yi chon kel ke nori Nasir ta ke general machina ko la ye ji ayu asa no general na ka noa lewo ko cheno Tapi chongkel ke jido arian. Anwa ka lo ale ke boka ayu. Guru no ba rabian yo no ra me jidi. Mo wo te kamal biga lo ale betel. Binu ri te kon te ka gadar me chala na ter biga tel. Ba rani nin jidi ba nyo len ke ngor ke ka na ter. Ana wen wi no ra. Chaba ye ke te dun. And one day, what a tear, we open open mother like a lapalot, but cover can make a makal cup, can ye join a makal, and generally you do it and cup at night. And they took a loiner, choke a moitin, canina one bamana. Go no young, a view kume, Baraja Laka. Ladim, Chako, Chab belong, a Ginata, Koba, Panot, Baka, Attack is Ayu, in Gurka, War, Eken, Kajong Noara. Elena Bianach, and all Wale, Chiagalwale Okara. Never Kajong Lay, Chachol, Ewiyedi, Koga war Bawa Kajong, and Kurinan in Chato, a war. Chagur, ayu the boat in ya quill. Shakur, Chagur, and yen and then the bulletin. Chuaga word is a bar, utility nali. Till you might be your creature. Chuaga waka shong, and ayu, gur namal. Alana wale, younger Majio Mimbia night. Majio Yetubu Noara. Maladim, Bana Kamne down the chicken and Kadioga no chiduer. kaman na we nei chi din khen mo niam dan ga khon din thu de le khon chi ran de kulu ran nyu ra no adien niam do ba te pai re ye re lo ka kulu ran ye na ne chiem ye ya ne mariam ga wa ye na thu de ye che ta ko ko ba ye na dor e cha quan địa tin ga ma ta con lên de dan mo me cha lo cha ko lo ri ta ken Kuông khore dan, mấy cái chụp nó có chụp, cha đây mà nhóc có bắt theo cái này nọ cả, anh cái này chú nhiều nữa nào, anh có bắt phải chụp nó cơ, Colorado, Barawan nào mấy đám bắt được, Barawan nông qua tiền, trên đó nhìn để đi, chưa ngày gì nhớ rồi, chưa khảo về phía kia này, thì kiện bắt cái phải chụp, anh cái này chụp bắt là này thì phải, nó tôi đi kiện. Khối chả là nó cái hồ nặng là chỉ có cái chỗ lối chân, bia đủ mà đủ cùm, bây giờ ya là cả đồ ấy lọ cả, mình thì là làm cái gì đó bé bả đó, khán giả cũng lúc cái chắc kinh quá đó, khối chân này mình nuôi nó về vấn đề để về gì ayu, cha nuôi cha giang cha cái bả đó cái, là khi bảo vấn đề nó nuôi đi, đủ cũng là vậy cái gì vậy mòn, anh nói anh bể là ayu. Anh này nãy ngồi uống bị cái nuốt Sudan đã cái mặt, lakini ở đây giờ là cái mẹ, chương này các cái việc, xe là nhà quê, khối chỉ với đi mua chương này số bộ, mua nàn đó, mua cá mà làm bao, xe là gì, anh ngồi chỉ nhìn là châu đô, mua gỏi quờ, cái chương nữa ra, bài kum, chưa vào kum nên món kum ba. Có tốt hơn bây giờ nó nuôi, chả được nuôi thuốc cái gì, cái yêu mà ai, mà yên mấy chỗ quan thì yêu mà ai, mấy chỗ nana thì tốt hơn bây giờ nó nuôi, thì yêu cho nên nó kiên được, không quan là war là các cái mấy chả, nó là 1997, mấy yêu quan yêu như thế, niệm đấy, chỉ là nuôi mấy giờ này. Chuyện giang đang mất được chuyện cái nông, thành là có rất là đi, cái chuyện nông nó nuôi để đáng hoàn, cái chuyện gì, mình cha đây là làm mất được thúc đuôi này, làm mà nên yêu, thế là yêu mà là để chuyện cái khám giang, anh muốn gì là để mà cũng là quá căng, anh là muốn gì mà là chuyện khám giang, chuyện này cũng là yêu nuôi đó, chuyện giang có chuyện đó, chuyện này bol. Khi vui em mau gửi mali này sẽ về, sẽ ta thì cái bất được, sẽ cái năng ra, sẽ là kia, sẽ ta thì cái năng dọc, sẽ cái năng ra, cho mà buồn nhớ về cái vấn đó, mà khi mấy cái thuốc cái nồi đấy đó, cái 1991, khi mấy cái thuốc cái nồi đấy đó, mấy cái con chul, sẽ lôi mà là cái John Garam, sẽ người nó cả đau buồn, cái năng đường gõ ra. Cho nên này cái khác nhiều này, mình chỉ nghe cái yên, cái chấm gì đi, cái nó không nhớ được gì nên, cái nó này chú ý rằng, là gì, nó cái đến thọ thế nào, mình là đồ, ở cái này cái là, ở cái ngôi chỉ liễu mà trả liễu, cái ngôi trả yên, dân đám thì cái unimist, cái mới trả lên cái liễu mà trả, mà để có mà liễu mà trả, mà đám cái gì, cái mua đám thì cái unimist rồi. Cô ya được thế run bara wasa, bên đây lại cái nào, anh em này ao lại cái đại ya, cái gì ayu, ở cái bên này cái nào nữa, chơi lên cái ya cái mấy trả yên, cái mấy đám cái, cái nào quay cái unimist, cái mua cái, mà cái mà, cô lại man, anh cho cái unimist chứ, anh uống qua đi trả yên, anh cho qua mà vào, thêm cái gì chứ cũng mua, cô thế là mà vào, mấy mà sáng cái unimist. Chỉ là đường có mà chỉ cái unimist, lakin cô bắt vào cái đàn này cái, anh ấy đừng có cái cha nuôi, cha già có quần điên, bà mất hết rồi, bà lại cái, cái nó phục đường nuôi ra, cha này, cái nó cái đial, trên cha này bị chồng cái lừa nuôi, bị cả bị kim, cái mình điên cái lừa cái con mình chồng cái voi cái gì. Cái người cha này, ông bà liền thở ngoài để chỉ Nasir, cô mua phần này, Nasir đang ngoan, chỉ có con khum là mua phần kẹt, cái chàng cái cha bố chịu quản không ngay cái chơi liền cái cha gái chào liền cái chơi chiến lược liền cái chơi cái gì nào sợ cái chàng cái chơi nghề chỗ câu của cái này đâm mà nó đưa thui cái chỗ nó kiên cường cái thời kỳ thì đi cái chỗ nó mày cái nó quá rồi cái uất khơi thì con guru nó bị gì nào sợ đưa đầu pin cái này chuyện Cara là nào, cái đó mà nó gặp cái gì nữa đó, có sự phát triển, mà đi chợ Junudial, chợ cái mua yêu, anh nói bà Nuer, bà chợ mà thóc cái gì cái, có ai liền này, là cái có đồ bồ làm ăn, anh nói chỉ là làm cái gì bên đó, mà cái giá này, chỉ là nghỉ chứ, uy này đang gì, cái thôi kia cái, đâu làไอ้ฉันไอ้จีนัวสุดานแต่ว่าข้าเลยก็ที่อาเดลาฟิริกาไม่ใช่ไงจะนัวจริงก็กูนัวแต่เราไม่ลงควายแต่มาเลยล่ะเขาบอกก็จริงนี่นะวัวเออน่าจะบาดเจ็บกีร์บาดสั่งเอาวกันมันนี่จะเนี่ยนะมัวคนเหยียดจริงแต่ก็นี่เหยียดไม่ใช่ได้เจอคือวัวบ้านเอาไว้กับกันดีคนเดียวบ้านเอาควายทุกเรื่องไม่ใช่เรื่องนัวชาล้มกับมันดักกันแย่บิรามาลาเยี่ยนบ้านเนอเจ้าขวัญแต่ว่านั่นเองเราชาหน้าก็เว้ยชาหน้าก็กล้าเป็นฐานนัดดาวนั่นโอลาดิมชิวมันจะกล้าที่ยังเนี่ยเรื่องมาจอดแต่ไม่ได้รุ่นดาววนคนที่เชียบมาลาดิมมามันดาวเด่นเมื่อเกิดหัวข้าข้าวเฉียบนัวนะคิดหัววันเลยแต่ก็นั่นเย็นแล้วถึงวันเย็นวันบ้านเราก็อย่าชาลิจิกะในเรื่องเราเด็กไอ้ของเด็กแค่เลยยันเชียงมาชักแค่รู้ชกรัน
เมื่อกี้เราไม่เลี้ยงโจ้แม่ไม่เชี่ยเลี้ยงวุ้นชวนละไก่ของรำเกิดไม่เชี่ยเลิศเกิดลาป้าคนเลี้ยงมาชาแล้วก็1991เนี่ยเอาคนตายเลยจะรำบุคคลคนนัดเดี๋ยวยูไม่เอาเรื่องอาจารย์พูดมาอะไรจะช่วยคนเลี้ยงมาชารุ่นเดียวโซ่เดี๋ยวยังไม่นานทั่วอาจารย์ในเชียร์เนี่ยก็น่าเสียไม่ดังนะครับน่าเสียเอาไว้โอ้กันมาชาก็ล้นกับคนแต่ตาบ้านแดงก็อยู่พี่กับพี่สันอยู่พี่โอเล็ดพี่หนุ่มระบายเลยโซ่ว่าจะไม่จ้าเราเด็กก็ทานนะที่อยู่เชียร์เนี่ยยังก็แค่เราหนุ่มลิวเดิมเบียร์เนี่ยเบียร์เฟิร์กเรียมเบียร์มาเบียร์เฟิร์กเรียมมาชาเชื่อมันบาลานซ์เนี่ยคนนี้เดียวมันเป็นในที่ในเล็ดเนี่ยเวลาแม่จะเกิดอะไรโซ่อันเดิมมันเชียร์เนี่ยเราหลอกจะไม่ได้คุยกันลาเนี่ยที่เรามาชาร์จวารุนที่เรามาชาร์จเขินจะเราเลยรถคุยกันนึกครีมเราเลยคนนู้นบ้ามือโย่ถ้าอยู่มือโย่อะคนพลาเราต้องหลอกกันดังไอ้ดาวต้องหลอกนั่นต้องกวนนั่นต้องดังกี่คนคนด้านแม่ด้านคู่มันจะเป็นจะรู้นั่นอะไรอย่างนึงคนเชื่อใจเราคนจะนากันยังอันนี้คนไปที่ไหนหลอกเชียร์เนี่ยเราคู่มันเชื่อเยอะตัวน่ะเยอะตัวหลอกเราเนี่ยเท่ากับการที่จะเนี่ยก็ลงเขาเท่ากับทุกคู่เนี่ยเนี่ยเยอะมาแล้วนะโซเชียลนี่จะตัวอะไรหลอกดังไม่เกี่ยวเนี่ยหนูรู้ขวบเราเนี่ยเธอไม่เชื่อเนี่ยมาเรื่องการจากการเทียนที่เธอกว่านั้นมาเรากลัวเยอะมันก็น่ากลัวเนี่ยกันการจากเดียร์ชากันหรอกกันนั้นมาเรื่องคุ้มแต่เรียกก็ดองน้องมั้งเจนเนี่ยผมไม่ที่เลี้ยงกูจะเจนเนี่ยเขาการชวนใครมุดจะวัวนั่นมันเพลินอาชีพทัวร์มาทัวร์อะไรหลอกมาทัวร์อะไรการจากเยอะทัวร์แค่มาทัวร์อะไรเป็นเที่ยว so ยินมิจฉาเช่นวายามเชื่อละเดนอุลังเนี่ยเด็กกูบ้านยี่ตัวรอเด่นชักว่าเดี๋ยวยี่ตัวรอรุ่นนึงก็เชื่อละ so เจนเนี่ยทัวร์พันเด็กคนเดียวตัวเดียวเท่แม่แค่นั้นว่าก็ทัวร์ละที่เนี่ยแค่มุดที่หน้าพัน so เนี่ยเขาไปบอดเก่ง so ก็อย่าหน้าพันเป็นเรื่องพิธีเลยเจนเนี่ยก็เลยบอกว่าพันนู้นช่วยเล่นมั้ง so แต่รำบากเลยลงกันเท่าไหร่นะก็เนี่ยแค่มุดที่วายามเชื่อกูอุลังก็ทัวร์เลยที่กันพัน so จะพูดถึงอะไร problem so ฟันเลือกก็กันบริเวณนั้นถูกแต่เราไม่ใช่ไม่พอจะเลือก but this time I cannot do nothing none of my business แต่เราไม่ลงอาจารย์ก็เราระบายนี่นะ xem mấy lúa cái chuyện như vậy rồi quay đi cái mà chả cái đó là nhau cút chắc không sửa được nữa là chả yêu này nát thằng mẹ khóc cái gì chấp mà chả ta ban cái gì đó có bị ugo pi có cái mi cái ngay áo cũng được bị cái ugo pi cũng rồi cũng rồi là cái nào cũng cái nào xem mấy uo nào cái ngàn pen nào rei bor cái nào được cái bor tròn chúng nào rồi cái pichu chả này đang cá nam cầm du cái này dài lên rồi kan chau nó đang mà sao cái đó là cái đập nạc cái món nạc cái nên là jo ye point ne ngồi đồ đang mà chả mà u này giờ này giờ nó phật đang mà chả này cầm trăng đây đang nó chơi cái gì thật này ngam chưa đến rồi giờ phật đến rồi Quran thế ra đến là nó con đi chẳng này giờ cái chẳng ai giờ quay đâu con cô thế cái gì con pan mình chả là này giờ con này giờ nó chỉ này kẹt rồi cũng mới đang mà chả rồi cũng mới tập này có cái gì đó có này chẳng ai đàn tám con này cái jul cái sao jul lão để đâu giọt ngay số bộ đâu cũng mình đó thế mà thế là đây lọ cũng mình đó cô yên nuôi yên là nó kêu mình chia mình nó kia chiao là cái cô này đang mà chả thà yêu dia lo camera này dàn thà yêu cam cho rồi yêu bar anh thor cái này trời bờ bờ nó đi bồi chơi lâu nuôi con ngu mấy trời bờ phải cái nó qua đến trong cha là ngay rồi thâu cái cha là ngay mình mình đặt bát cái rồi thâu yêu kum chắc chắn yêu kum ta làm gì nữa chẳng thể nào còn phải mấy chuyện mà bây giờ gọi mà cho gì thế ta làm ngay cho nó để gọi bát lát chúc kum mấy cái này cho work who knows đào cũng ngay được ta lấy mình mới chỉ tin được đây là đồ có là lúa cạch mấy chiếc gọi ngay được rồi so cho thế này đi là nó cho work but có thể là gì lát cái gì cái này mình chán được but khán được có được point thì cho cái lò ăn khán được cái gì cháu qua mà chân thiệt qua điều chân thiệt so chân cháu là đó nó mua chân Gangdorkiir nó mua phải cái con tròn anh ấy chơi nên bữa chiều mạch như cái biển là lát rồi cho mạch như cái gì cái chân nhang cho anh con Gangdorkiir chân cái gì đau lắm đau cái chân chạy đâu đang lên cái con con mới con nó con cô bị cuốn vào đó mà chả có rồi phi bị giang rồi có rồi là cái quay mà là cô nó vào con đó cái so bia tha rồi bị gọi mà gọi thì nó cái mình giật thì nó cũng cú mà chả biết cũng bị gì cô bị rồi mà chả đi bị giật cũng giang nó chụp cũng bà nâng nó gào bà nâng nó phun cú rồi nó có bằng cũng cú gì chơi nên chơi cái mất thôi mình lấy nó không nào rồi như cái chơi liên là mà chả đi kan mu teru muwal ti chule chote balai kamera ngonga de mo pit malat gang gai ko so malat gai ko mu chwal political orientation that is situation ni to kajen mu no political orientation that is to bi to mu no enmete ne political orientation political influence mu jogri yen bo ma biya ko rotere ko na chan jog na mete ne ñu wuñmen kolo que political mobilization jogo je o kwa ben ko ko rudmen organisation ma go ganga do ran lelum kan ne ko no men yo ngwa be ke long facebook ona mo yo ngot ci ngwa la do ko wa ni ba action di kan long la go na ra ona ke ma ajen man biya nga jo different wayam kan Gangdorkiir o wayam chama ke la ga man cái Gangdorkiir cái đó nó chẳng cái gì đến cái bị tiền gol rất là đặc tiền which mean Gangdorkiir and Wayam they different is a little bit different. Gangdorkiir they live like military, they have law like military, they have this, and Wayam they live with their family, they stay at home, not like Gangdorkiir. This is different. Jen kel bi angai Gangdorkiir and Wayam chi kel but cái này kel con Gangdorkiir kia nó Wayam cái này thì chi logo ran cham dor logo bagar ban ke Gangdorkiir ne ishin gen pul abon ran ke izi o bo gulgar bo jo cherge di jen da ke no an ba ki enter mi di pala lo jo ni yen lo ga to cha video ken jak chi right go lo ken mi jiran point wa ben kala video con term go ken yo do ko wa cái này là con trâu bò, cô chỉ ăn ai vô tan này xem thân đâu, cha na tel dol wala go dol wal ta rul bun cha gor ba ji bona nang cha ga ta fakir bon chi man ka ngene ki kele bi anga jago e jene ko kay mu jo wure na la long bana la ko ba dup la ko la ka so ramli ngai jet ki che la ra mo mu che la ko ka so ngi wa je ki jamat ke ki an che ram ra ma re ki la me le nam tin yen wol dia la kanya kai lo ja la ka kwa na me ka ken ne la mat ka kum ara me le tel ga de ja ka mu ke ga ro ga ko ka ke ngale ne me to 2013 kan mu kum ka kan kum support sometimes shi an ne tin kum ce个写的个 reason ko te ni wana ka ga ka gom ka kan ro ka la video ba ka ji ta wo je me ka bi na ni wa ka je na ka je ko lo ma ta mo na re jong le ka je le ne la wa la video ji ka ja ka bi chu ro ji ne ko la ra ga man ken tun no ra ye re te ka man ne ko ko to tin mi chi ran wa ju bu che bi no mi pom mi ro ga jong le tom ta la wu nya ka ku re lo ko le ga ka pe le nu ko ba ma nge na ni do Kata mata ko kanu walga ko dun wo ko kele ma chi bi jori ye kanu we ni ne kanu we ngai ye bo yen ji ko tan ge na tin ko ta la wala ko de jong le choro la tin ko ne ko ko la ga lo no me po me chi nu wan te la wala video kulu tel to mo je tin ma lo na dio ka pon ti ka dung jong le na pon tin ne wan ko la ma do ye jo de na jeng ko tin ba ne me baran jo ne me tin Paul tege jo fele ni chia o buna ba kai ban kai je la moro chia moro no moro is the pay is the way this destruction o way mo kwa hop kwa lose ru ra no le nga kai na kai dio be yo ka dong ro no le da ne te kai na kan che ye lo ge je no no mo tan no chi do la video me kai go Dia di jalan poin me tel ko na tel kai me la no to kelo o pon chi ko ra na ngak ta me che yu ne ko kane la kanya ka ko ra to no pu jut ling no cha man mi chi na be no wal ga ling no cha mai na nga de cha mai na dukan ka na ku ma ne no wal ga ko la kai mi tare no So yene dia la wala video ke dung dong le go ro bia nyo be je go ko jen dong le do lo do nuor a pa nuor especially en ga dwan ga de ne yene yo ke re me re gun cha to ke yetam go ro ba no ko pre do ko paro mo ba le ye kon bien ge je changa la ga che kel bia ro run ma kel bia mi kel ana do bia piu ma kel bia mo le kel tara ma ga na ko cha na cha re ga Kane the corner quarter get the guy log got Gajo wide in the best. And then very strong hold for Yamasha. Kakanela Kuma and Yamachar support. Kalamobia Majako, Parliament more in the metro Medan won't tear Palake. More kill the other kill. Bokon going to a term. I don't know can use the joke would you go to car log about another ringer. Tell no it's a mother kum Ramishi and a garment and I did hear Mother Kum and Mother. Kumina na gan matu na yena koro paite ru burbe ke tora tu kachi je no ta la ma la ke la wa ya mu an pon me o ju de na pon ko gwe je ma la mu chwa mu bla de influence and rotation ajan politics je je no ka nga je ne dia ne ke no ko de on gwan je na gu yo lo te so je ra la de ye tar gwa mu de jen gam do ki no mo lu no kan bare ke to ton So my yellow mo again so bad area one chamatin again chianen gam dor ki mobile force reinforcement and sure more point general slogan then mo ko lu no to ken ngade general la lingi chor lingi ni jen chor no mo again chor no mo point fan again gam dor ki mi chor nen ye ngai again symbol ki slogan no gam dor ki chor mi chinen Facebook lu no gam dor ki ke per to ko mu de ke the 20 top point, I can point. I didn't want to call it general dini. No, can regular dini, can Gangdorkiir. We go to Fergano, allow the wabble to the long. A term of money and move to the top bed. Don't you put it long to go about it. I can go go to jail, yen the outlook, go to contribution. So, we look at Gangdorkiir group, don't ram go there. Now look the door, little more door. So, Bilabido thong no mambalar o yen ga chenye liye o pona galwale wa roish man chianga jo galwale go de kuma o chianga rinak ke ba junak agadun swa pol ko chianga kuma re ma cha la dani cha ko tam chang lo ni jabro lo ile kelan kir de galwale o kap de wona ke tan ma jur akan cha kan ala kwala goru de galwale wo ko mu pigu ben Chica Lole, Jai Obuno, Come, Remachata, Mungo, Lawonian, Coquante. Tell them about Lerena, Tatero Cor, Langanaki. So, would be not a lot, the jelly, tell me jelly. So, Ramukuramacha, the port, the Ubilla Jin, Chiamata Japan Chialim. Mata Japan Mugori and a bino of play woman. Mata Japan Jug, Mata Japan. Don't you do the jug make a one man. Ram hai pan ram Uganda. Kaneri jaro par. Kaneri jaro par. Kaneri jaro den par ka election. Kadung Uganda. Gure lap raja pan. Mela raja kira macha. So mikine jago Facebook ko ta na dong ki Facebook kine dia dia friend. So mati me be. Let me find it here. Mati me here.
My people in South Sudan, Dr. Machar in South Sudan, Muhoozi and Museveni, they're gonna kill you. Dr. Machar in South Sudan, your days are numbered. Museveni and Muhoozi, they're gonna kill you anytime, any minute. They're gonna poison you or have a heart attack. Most likely 2026, Dr. Machar, you're not gonna be alive. People from South Sudan, wake up. There's no reason why Museveni is in South Sudan. You know, he's there to steal your gold and minerals. The issues of South Sudan can be solved between the people of South Sudan. Whether you are Dinka, whether you are Nuer, you can sit down on a table, solve your issues. Museveni is there to disorganize, and his son. That's why he knows, Dr. Machar knows Museveni very well, and his tricks. He's under house arrest because of Museveni. And Museveni, he's gonna kill you, Dr. Machar, anytime, any minute.
Mati the money sharing Ramanan Shela, Ran Uganda, Kakane down Jarabara Kum. Najan wood is Orala Woodinga. Kaki Mapai Liu a Jevon, shall I love them? So Jiramuku, Bagar, Kunaka, Macharabella, Mugorji, Manabu, we have between. We have between Tala, Ulu Machar, Chum will Lu Biaga, Cheto. And Shan King and they made out Dingo Lu, which I would do Lu Jeff. China do not lia, not the two Lubangara tap. I don't put away in worry. Go good, I don't much when the young, but the tell category Lubana young. Look at one more in a rod, my other you. Yenny la loa, they are much I didn't tell Banagla, Mon, Muko, make poor quack to Lu Chong. Yenny a lot of wood to Ugana. Can they are about Kum, you must pay. Tell our point, I don't much out by Jinaga tap. Never by never all wouldn't go. Then love believe you. Bad Lu are attack a cheer more in a so be cheer more in a talker. So gentlemen to away below one. So Mujan or Queen Tamu wet where God put down a wood gunner. Munochia quoted a quarter much arm, Libyan Mugori, your 2K Julian War, your banner took a batara, called him my child. Rema child, Luila, then she had him. Go human being, kill a lead. Kachaka, a young Nana, let me while Jeff Bulan and queer when you're going, Bob and Chum. So Muku don't let my child be locked, get I and get you more to take a power. Go not then made my child pay what I need, down over a tiny another bar long. God take a lot. Can you have the America, detail PhD in Jock, Pida Quarter? PhD don't work. You will never going to become a leader because you have a PhD. Even you have 20 PhD, you are not going to be. As long as you know how to write and read and speak in front of people, that's it. That's only the education that you know. And you will get the position, the same position like PhD too. Don't confuse about PhD. PhD is like somebody who knows to read and write and speak in English, simply like that. There's no difference between somebody who can read a paper and who is speaking English, somebody who can speak and write the paper and can read the same like PhD too. PhD can read, can write, can speak. There's no difference. Charuru let get PhD. Tapakin I did great taben. Kajan Botale great. But I go near my Italian. So come near my child. Charuru confuse the PhD. Tell me the thing. Okay? Coach, I let you Mudanka Bonja Bono Quen by your Namatin and Biawaki, Toram Go Kurin. And I did my child look on Comun Gartian. But Michiran got a young man, other Yamacha, then a one of Midi. But Mr. Bulum and Lati. This is a political orientation. Mokwara Latian and Machito. Tell me the job. Jiramukuro Ole, Lebuno, Jiramadi will be Yamacha court by Peru Yamacha Lu. But tell not out of you. Bro, walk off your leg. Yeah, yacht. Kevin. Blue, tell me do one more around in the child, Twago Lu China. Politics is very dirty. Then would meditation the movie to China 30 million go my yard along can I don't care you know Roma win. Here 2013, my young anyone. I don't care any other. Let go. Come a carry my child or two. Town down for logo, naked one watch down the German. Here the boy with you. Can I order church back on the ship? I get we would you with the I know somewhere. I can't do that while you. Change simple guy. Don't look me. Don't go now about one. I just book the corner and yellow and I yellow then. You can jump out. tala mu go ta mu kaji mi cha wa la me wo lu ga na ina me te li no cha ko ta ya wo ga ba cha ko jam ki da ne jubu da de na tu a jara mu je na yen hor ta lo na ya tin tala ro ya bor wa la ru mu hukum nei dia le ko ne jel kal gan ma char kan man gan ma char wo jubu le par ya par chere ne han ga de dia kan wudu me ko ne tara da kan hukum ko dum changa da nungo no bina we are people me dine wo de wo ke da bidi di wo ke bidi tuta yere ne wo ke ko jen kuma da yore bat ka ne le soldier roi bala di e wo gar wale wa roi chang te ka ye for ye tel kum ne ma char ya lu ya ta go ro le ga na ne ta me de pi no wong le de ne de ram che gar wale no ma ne dia ko ne ko be wo ne da kan cha be get away cha la man di ni jang deng ka chi cha la ko ki ya mi jin ga jang de ma cha ngam ne na na ga ba nga ba che gel ko ye mu ku ye te jang ya ko nga je ko che wu nga te jang mo kin do mo ku mo nga ne no tu ku mo jang no mo de ju be no tu ko no ba no ri ba na te pel pel ko IQ is different intelligent quotient ne pel pel to kwa na mobilize kwa na influence kala na right politics mo no de yoro ga ngadi ta go ni ne de ko ni ti ta ran do ko ai de no chen cha mo ke 10 million chen na no wa ju ko the purpose will be killed kan ta na mo no man cha ko paro ye de dial ko cha nen ka man wan kan wo ji mo la politics che de kwen mo la politics bi kwen ta man la ke na no politics me che mo do mo pal ko be che ko che ta la lot de ji no ka man contract man de yanda politics is very important o biga no ba ga ngen dini je amla be ji go de politics pal ko me bi ba jo politics pal de ko chi de man cha politics yo na pal ko ga na ga no from generation to generation ko bu do no ga na do no ra ram no go no ma la chep gen ba chong ke la man no ga de kwen chang politics de ma pal ko ba ngon lo ga je chang de ma pal ko be ka generic ka ba ka mu chwa no ro biological be ga ji be generic ka family da so jen ke la bala ti am 40 point ne cha la to ba me ai da je be ga ji be generic to influence people and mobilize people no ka politics da ba je so jen ke la bala ti so mu ko je ne wana ma chem ba bang la ram lu no lo ta lo mu tin be je lo cha ne ma na ro je ma na ti ro je ga ne ko po ni chu ji ni ne ma na gwa ba je tin ga to no ro to ko wa na gwa chu ko ne po ni chu lo jo de ben pin la ma be je che ki le do lo bon gwa ta ma nyok go lo ben ya ko ma cha lo long ke mu du la play cha do gun na le ti che ne ri gul nyo ge nyo ko chi chu nyan to ko la tie kan ka per Gangdorkiir un la na ke ko gwa lo no yen ga lo ko nya ro lo Nuer Gangdorkiir ka de ne ka nye gang mu chwa le nga de Gangdor de ne lo Nuer Gangdor de ne ka nye je to lo no bi ge ku mu ko na ka ba kan ne ma ne ko na pan ga jene chene re ga wo sa ha le chol ga kha ba be ga ko na jana ga le la me la da kan me jo ga doi o chi ro mo ga do to kan ne ku me re kan er ji kan cha bara jen ku o lo te pi da tem ko ga jo mo do lo kum ko mi chu wo kum do ra cha ne tin long a jen do mo do la jo do ga doi mi cha ka tar mo di jo tin lo ko nya ko na se pala kor fighter mane kor a per bali ngo kor bulbe tala mo go atu kan ne ko ne cha ro la that 24/7 kan dor chang na do Gangdorkiir mi jo do peg no ya ta ma tar go bo tin lo a ba ben one day me ram go cholo please go block ye dor to pai ben war ken chi ga ta cha pala la nyen kwan ta go no war ken kan ne kon da bo So, Matori ran long, they come. So, onion got a man. Bye.